We're Royal Blood, and you're watching Noise11.com.
Matt Kerr's bass and Ben Thatcher drums. We are talking to Royal Blood here at Noise11.com. Welcome in, guys. Drum and bass.
That's what we do, yeah.
D&B.
D&B. Yeah. Was there any ever thought into putting together a full band? Guitar?
This is a full band.
Well, it is a full band, yes, but you know what I mean in the traditional sense. Guitar, bass, drums.
Didn't really talk about it, did we?
No.
We had our
We didn't need to.
Yeah, we thought, no, let's just roll with the two of us.
Because it works remarkably well, doesn't it?
Thanks very much. Yeah, it's just easier, I think.
Yeah.
We've been playing music together for so long. I think the idea of bringing anyone else in was a bit strange.
I'm just amazed by the sound that comes out of two people. You know, when you consider that, when the Police came along, it was three. And everyone went, wow, how do they get that sound out of three guys? You managed to get a full studio sound out of just a couple of instruments, which is really remarkable.
Yeah, I mean, this is part of the reason we kept it to two people and kept it that way was, we wanted to set. We didn't want to sound like a two-piece. We wanted to sound like there was three or four of us. And I still think we quite enjoy the fact that perhaps people think that there's guitars in our recordings, or they think that there'll be a guitarist with us live, or we use backing tracks or whatever. So when someone comes to a show and they realise that it's just us two, it's always it's a nice thing.
Well, the other remarkable thing is that this is a band that officially has been together since 2013. But as you alluded, you've been playing music for a long, long time.
Yeah, I mean, playing music together for us is nothing new. We've been doing it since we were 15. So when it came to starting this band, we'd kind of already cut our teeth together.
Yeah, done the rehearsal all the way up there.
Tripped over your lead a few times and landed on your face, but you live and you learn.
At 15, were you going to school together? Were you like living in the same area together? Or how'd you know
we
each
lived
other?
in the same area. We were in different bands, and we often played gigs together in the separate bands. And then, I guess, the bands kind of merged, and it was just a local scene, and lots of, things were happening. So
everyone had been in each other's bands, kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
It's getting quite incestuous.
Yeah, and this is an area of England, Brighton.
Yeah.
Which is a very musical area. I think you have one of our Melbourne residents in your hometown, Mr. Nick Cave.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I served him once. I used to work in a Levi's store in Brighton.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
He lives up the road from me.
Yeah.
Nice guy.
Are you a Nick fan?
Yeah.
Who else is from Brighton?
Norman
Cook.
Norman Cook, Fatboy Slim.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Kooks.
Mm-hmm.
Are they actually from? I don't know if they're actually from Brighton.
Yeah, Quack Candle. I don't know where they're from. They're from Brighton? I don't know.
No, they're from Surrey.
But I guess unlike a place like Manchester or even Liverpool, there's not really a Brighton sound, is there? I mean,
No.
You've all got your own individual sounds, the artists that come from there.
Yeah, I mean, it seems like a lot of people who live in Brighton aren't even from Brighton. I mean, we're actually from really small seaside towns, just outside, and it's the sort of place where everyone will end up. It's very similar to Melbourne, actually. I think anyway. It's very alternative and very sort of creative environment.
So the band forms. You officially become Royal Blood, and it seems to be a very quick succession of the right things happening at the right time for you. I think Arctic Monkeys, or one of the guys from Arctic Monkeys, is earlier on in this story, isn't he?
Yeah,
The guy that we paid.
Yeah. It cost a lot of money, but everyone's got their price. But things fell into place for us very quickly.
Because I guess Matt from Arctic Monkeys, who we're talking about, is probably the first of, I guess, the celebrity fans for this band.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, I didn't really think about it like that. Yeah.
Was he influential in where the band went in terms of signing recording?
But I don't know how much of a sort of part that played in our story. It's just one of those nice moments where a member of a band that we've grown up listening to is just sporting a t-shirt and and saluting us. I'm not sure how much of a. It's become more of a sort of a story, I guess.
Mm. Are you familiar with the history of Parlophone?
Not entirely, no.
But realising that was the Beatles label.
Oh right, yeah.
Yeah,
back in the early days.
Understand that, yeah.
Mm. Yeah, I think Damon Albarn shares your label.
Yeah.
Coldplay.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, some pretty impressive names that
It's
come
a
out
big
of
one.
that record label.
Mm-hmm.
And now, Jimmy Page, we will talk about because Jimmy Page came along to one of your gigs in New York a couple of weeks ago, which must have been absolutely incredible for you guys. Did you know he was going to turn up at the gig for a
We
start?
found out like the day before that he was rumoured to be coming. He was on our guest list, so it's pretty strange having Jimmy Page on your guest list for one, let alone him turning up to your gig. You know.
Wow.
Yeah, surreal doesn't really cut it. It was just bizarre to have someone that mammoth coming to your show, you know.
Mm.
But we went to go and meet him afterwards, and he's a really nice guy and very encouraging of what we were doing, and we just kind of nerded out about Zeppelin after that. But, yeah.
What did you talk to him about?
It was funny, there was actually some like graffiti in our dressing room, and someone had written Led Zeppelin, so we were kind of joking that he'd played there before. But we were just talking about music really, and he was telling us what he was up to and why he was down. So yeah, it was great.
He is a remarkable music fan that does keep up with what is happening,
Yeah.
doesn't he?
Yeah.
So was there any discussion about new music and what he's into at the moment?
I mean, we weren't actually talking for that long, so we didn't really get a chance to sit around the campfire and have a heart to heart or anything. But yeah, he was just informing us that I think he'd just done Jimmy Fallon with Jack White and Neil Young, telling us about what they were doing.
Because when I first heard Little Monster, I thought of Led Zeppelin, Houses of the Holy Era. I just wonder if that's dawned on him as well, that you guys have been influenced by what he did in the past.
Yeah, I mean, they're a huge influence, sort of all round really. I mean, John Bonham's probably one of your favourites, and Plant's vocals, who I love, and I actually got into Led Zeppelin through listening to Jeff Buckley first, and I didn't really have any older brothers, so kind of finding music was quite difficult for me early on.
Wow.
So yeah, kind of it's a weird journey of finding one to the other. But yeah, Led Zeppelin came from Jeff Buckley's vocals really. I found out that he was a huge Zeppelin fan and was really influenced by the way he sang. So I've kind of grown up listening to Led Zeppelin. So
Into the Studio, out of the Black Sea EP, that's done incredible things. There's been about 3 songs off it now that have really been key tracks off that record. How much more material has Royal Blood recorded in the studio?
We've got a whole album ready for you.
Yeah?
yeah, we've been recording and writing for about a year, really since the band started and probably got going. But like Ben said, we've got a big collection of songs. We're actually working on cutting our record at the moment, which will be out in August.
Title?
We can't give you that yet.
Oh, what is that's the typical answer. We cannot tell you, or we'd have to kill you. Yeah.
They'll hunt us down.
How much of the new album is being played at the gigs live?
A lot of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of it.
I think all the songs that we're playing
probably all
live
of them. Yeah.
will be on the album. So
Yeah, that's a good reason to come down and check it out.
What's the key song off the album that when you recorded you felt that's probably going to be the main track off our new record?
we didn't really record like that.
No.
We recorded in stages throughout the year, so we would write 4 songs or 5 songs and go and record those 4 songs and 5 songs, and maybe 2 of them, maybe 3 of them would be worthy of
keeping or re-recording, or it's kind of we're just collecting up material over time, really. So it wasn't like we went in and did it in one and then kept a step back. So things sort of didn't stand out really until you'd get 5 months down the line, you're doing an next batch song, and you'd look back and go, I'm still listening to that one. That's a good one. So yeah, that's.
I think each time we recorded though, there was maybe one or two songs that we were like, yes, you know, they're the ones for. So like Out of the Black would have been one of those.
It's a bit of a eureka moment, isn't it?
Yeah, Little Monster was one of those because they're in total separate recording situations. So, and we have a few more that will be coming out, which is kind of like that as well.
What about your experiences at South by Southwest this year? How was that for a couple of guys from the UK dabbling into probably the biggest music event in the world?
Yeah, it was great.
It's so much music going on in that place, and so we hardly got to see any of it because we were doing other things at the time. But just the atmosphere of that festival alone is like incredible. We have something quite similar in Brighton called the Great Escape Festival, so we kind of knew what the kind of vibe, I guess, would be, and how busy it all. But it was a little bit crazy, wasn't it, at times?
A bit more whiskey fueled over there.
Oh yes, yeah. A little Texan tea.
Yeah.
How many gigs did you do at South by Southwest in the few days you were there?
4, I think.
Only 4. We did one a day.
Yeah.
But straight after that we did a tour, the NME tour, with Interpol in the UK, and on that tour was a band called Temples, who had just been to South by as well, and they did 12 gigs in those 4 days, and we were a bit mind blown by that when we were like, how did you do that?
Counting ourselves lucky, really.
Oh yeah.
I mean, you can do
4 gigs in 4 days, you slackers.
I know.
Yeah,
I know.
Yeah. But you often
they
hear
were
of
a day long each gig. People were pretty bored by the end. But
Yeah. Did you get to wander around Austin and check out, exactly what that's all about?
Like Ben said, we're doing a lot of promo as well, a lot of interviews. So we kind of, even though perhaps we only did 4 shows, we really tried to get our name out there. And
a lot of drinking.
Experience. Yeah, there was a lot of that as well. A lot of barbecue food.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of turkey legs. It's pretty medieval out there. You can just buy a whole leg of turkey. I invented this thing where you put the leg of turkey in the edge, finished, and it caught on. Everyone at the festival was doing it. So if you do go out there and you see that, I coined that.
Yeah, it's quite a beast, the old South by Southwest, isn't it?
It's a powerful experience.
Oh yeah. Well, good to get you guys out here. Royal Blood is the name of the band, and it's pretty exciting for us getting you in here at this level of the career. We hope you come back when you're the biggest band in the world, no doubt, in a couple of years from now.
We'll see.
Yeah. Yes. Well, Mike, Ben, thanks for joining us here at Noise11.com.
Thank you.
Cheers, mate.